So one of the other issues that I did have were the slight fluctuations that just basically go up and down slightly, just a little bit at a time. They're not so bad now, but when I originally hooked up the APM, they were actually fluctuating up and down quite a bit more than this. I understand that there is only a certain degree of accurateness they can get it to, so it'll always kind of fluctuate a little bit, but if it does go up and down a lot more, the APM will try to input for that, and therefore it'll basically just be very unstable. And that took a while for me to figure out, and I arranged everything differently several times on the actual quadcopter for that reason, just to kind of eliminate some of the interference that the wires and everything else are picking up, because everything is in such a close proximity. All the electronics are so close together, and even the APM itself, all the extra pins that are not used and they're just exposed to the air, they're basically acting as antennas, so they could be picking up any interference or anything like that, and that can be interpreted as data, and then therefore the APM will try to respond for that. Another issue that I did have originally, I couldn't arm it. So I was going into my setup to set up the radio, and because of the fluctuations, they were actually going up and down. If you can see right now, they're just going up and down very little bit. So if we look at the throttle or the yaw or pitch, they're going up and down just 1 or 2 units or so. At times it will jump a little bit higher or lower. When I originally set it up and just hooked everything up, well, they're going up and down a lot more than that. So when I was trying to calibrate my radio, when you go through the steps, it comes to the step here where it'll record your movements. What's the maximum, of your throttle, your yaw, pitch, roll, side to side. Now, if these fluctuations, as it was going up and down, it would actually register a lot lower than the actual line. And then when I would complete the sequence, when I would finish the sequence and try to arm it, it wouldn't actually see it as the throttle being at its lowest point, because it has just jumped lower than its actual resting point. So I couldn't arm it, and I couldn't figure why I can't arm the APM. That was another issue. Now, a lot of that was eliminated as soon as I added all the ferrite cores. And they do come in different sizes, different shapes, and things like that, so they are available. Here's one extremely large one here, so I can put all the wires through. But they do help a lot. These do remove a lot of the interference, and it does make everything a lot more stable. I do have several more on the sides. Practically, I put them around every single wire that goes into the APM to see if that will eliminate all of these little twitches and movements that it's experiencing.